tonight. Jason Sterner has worn the crown for a year, but two other PBA pros want it for themselves. The legend, Norm Duke, and newcomer, Carlos Granados. Those two contenders will square off for the chance to dethrone King Jason next on the PBA King of the Lanes. Week on FS1 continues tonight from Bolero Jupiter with the return of the original format. Last June, Jason Sterner earned the crown, so the king is back, but challengers have assembled. Tonight, it's the Venezuelan Carlos Granados and the living legend Norm Duke looking to ascend to the throne. So happy you're here with us in South Florida. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson, the Queen Kimberly Pressler will join us later. And yes, it's the OG version of King of the Lanes. You brought your family with you, I hear. And let's start with an OG, the 58-year-old Norm Duke, who's made it quite clear to anybody who will listen, enjoy him while you still can out here on the lanes.
Absolutely. I mean, in his 40th season, he told us all, I'm done. No more bowling tournaments for trophies. He said, yeah, I might bowl a special event, maybe the League Series. He says, but I'm done. I'm done. It's over.
But he's not retiring.
He's not retiring. He said, listen, if I say I'm retiring and I decide to come out and bowl something, then I have to unretire. He says, I'm not doing that.
Enjoy him while you still can, everybody. How about Jason Sterner, your reigning king right now, and the role he's been on the last couple seasons?
Well, he started in 2021 where he had his best season ever. He made 3 telecasts, 2 of them were majors, and he picked up in 2022 right where he left off. And he is your reigning king, Rob.
Think he enjoyed that crowd in Portland? Maybe a little bit last year. The king standing by with the Queen, Kimberly.
Thanks, Rob. Well, Jason, you are the reigning king of the lanes, and you've had a great season so far. So how do you take that momentum and roll it into a win so you can keep that crown in your head tonight?
Just keep sticking to my process, keep putting the hard work in off the lanes, and watching it take full here, and you know, just keep believing in what I'm doing and commit.
Well, that's some good advice right there, and we'll see you in the next match.
All right, so up first, Norm Duke and Granados. Granados got himself quite a little cheering section here, by the way.
He does.
He is third on the all-time PBA titles list with 40. He owns 7 major titles. PBA Hall of Famer Norm Duke.
Youngest player to ever win a title at age 18. One of the greatest that's ever lived. 7 majors and 6th all time. Third on the all-time win list with 40 years of professional. And wore the crown a couple years ago, dethroning King Wes Malott.
Man, I don't care how old he is. I'm not betting against him.
I mean, he almost won the Masters.
Second at the USBC Masters in Vegas this year. Oh, great break. Great break to start.
Come on. Why you got to do him to it so early? Thank you, Jesus.
The 2021 PBA South Region Rookie of the Year and 2021 PBA Regional Players Invitational Champion, Carlos Granados.
Carlos, in 2022, it's his first full year on tour, Rob. He was the Pan American Youth Champion in 2013 and 2 years on the national Venezuelan team.
Earned his way here to the King of the Lanes by winning the PBA Regional Players Invitational at South Point in early January. 120 competitors in that event, and it was Carlos who prevailed.
Oh my goodness. What a hand on that kid. Granato's going with a phase 2. Duke using a Rubicon. But did you see that release? Watch this. Oh!
Just 24 years old. Spent 2 years with the Venezuelan national team before he moved to the United States. Back-to-back opening jacks for Vamos, Carlos. All right, Randall, let's take a look at today's Brunswick oil pattern. It is the Carmen Salvino.
Say it one more time.
The Carmen Salvino.
Thank you, Rob. Carmen Salvino oil pattern. 2 ways to play. You can go straight or you can get in and hook it. The red line is where the players are going to be deep. The blue line is where some of the players would like to go straighter and faster.
Duke back up. Strike on the right lane. A more traditional strike in Norm Duke's world. One game. Winner to meet Jason Sterner, who's looking on. That crown can get heavy sometimes. Sorted himself out on that left lane.
I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a strike fest.
Well, we've seen 5 shots and 5 strikes so far, so.
So you're saying that's what I just said, it's not a stretch?
Yeah, you're giving me some facts. I appreciate it. Nice change of pace. Granados on the right lane. Smacks 10 into the pit. Lives in the Orlando area right now, pro shop operator in Winter Park.
Aloma Lanes.
What?
Aloma.
Aloma Lanes.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Aloma.
Just like it sounds. 6 shots, 6 strikes. This show is hustling. Put it up, kid.
10 boards farther left than Norm Duke.
10 boards?
Yeah, that's because of his rev rate. Boy, he gets a mitt full at the bottom.
Oh, he doesn't he?
He doesn't get cheated.
Back to back. Hambos! Oh, man. How about this start? If you're the king right now, you're like, hey, I might need some backup over here. Do I have any corporals around here that might be able to fend off these two? Norm falling away. But, you know, you see Norm roll like this, and you're like, why stop? Why give it up? And I know this is just kind of a 1 game, maybe a 2 game thing. It's not the grind and
right.
Everything that goes in with qualifying and the travel. You know, he's in his home state, but message down. Oh. But you see him roll like this, and you say, the old man still got it.
Yeah, but
I know.
Trying to go up against the young guns with all that power, not to mention the fact that the age, the games, like you mentioned, the travel.
Yep. First spare attempt of this challenger match.
South Region Rookie of the Year last season is Carlos Granados.
What do you got, Rob?
I got a card that was just handed to me, Randy. I've got an alert.
We've got ourselves a PAP 6-pack alert. If Granados strikes here, he wins $1,000 sponsored by PAP's Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. I love me a 6-pack alert. By the way, Carlos looks at such ease out here, taking on a legend under the lights.
No way. Doggone it.
Well, we're going to add $500 to the jackpot. It's going to keep building until someone cashes in.
Just a pinch high on this one. Almost flirted with disaster with 4-6-6 goes late. This guy is definitely in predator mode, though.
Brings that one up. So the young gun and the grizzled vet in a tight, high-scoring battle early on. Granados versus Duke. We'll wrap it up and find out who will try and take down the king next. Tight one early on here at the 2022 King of the Lanes. Lots of strikes and only 2 9 spares. Norm Duke back up to close out the 6th.
Good looking there.
Back on the strike train is Norm.
Let's go to Jason Sterner. Jason, early on, we've got a lot of striking going on. What do you see out there?
Yeah, I see 2 different strategies here. So it's kind of paying attention to how these lanes are going to break down to anticipate my moves. But so far, just watching them strike, watching them do their thing.
All right, Jason, thank you.
King didn't sound too bothered at that point, did he? He's got himself a deep moat around his kingdom.
Storm and Norman looking to possibly storm the castle.
Some pillaging and plundering.
Hook.
Oh,
Norman.
oy, oy.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10.
Oh, he dead missed it off his hand. Just missed it at the bottom.
All right.
So he didn't quite catch the amount of hand he wanted to make that ball grab the lane.
Straight up.
Get it over here, go that way. Cut the one into the 610.
Open frame for Norm.
One game match, it's usually proves costly.
Yep. So Granados given a huge opening. That's his 6th strike of this game, and Kimberly, we talked about that Pan American Youth Championship back in 2013. That was kind of a springboard for his career.
It absolutely was, because Carlos may have qualified for this event through the Regional Players Invitational, but he does have experience on winning on the international stage as well, because he started bowling at age 11 in Venezuela, where he's from. And as you guys mentioned, he became the 2013 Pan American Youth Champion at 15 years old in Puerto Rico.
And winning that got him a scholarship to come to the United States. Rolled at Siena Heights University in Michigan, and then from there took him to that next level. You never know when that moment in life is going to appear, and you have to be prepared for it. And yeah, Vamos Carlos has been given a huge opportunity. His mom and girlfriend in attendance there. Mom Maria there on the left, his girlfriend Roxy, and boy, Carlos is putting on quite a show here.
Carlos has got game.
Sure does.
The first time I've ever seen him bowl is here. I've never seen him throw it before.
You've seen this guy throw it before.
Yeah, for as long as I can remember.
Down 36. Norm needs something here. He'll get a strike. Still kind of ruined that mistake in the 7th, though.
Can you believe that I've watched Norm Bowl for 40 years.
40 years. Well, I mean, yeah, he won at 18, right?
Competed with him for 28 years.
Well, how come you're still not out there?
Because
What's your problem? What's your excuse?
I stink.
Back-to-back. PBA Regional Players Invitational showcases the best PBA regional players in the country. The 2022 RPI Finals taking place at the end of the season in Las Vegas. Visit PBA.com to enter regional events near you to try and qualify for the RPI. And Carlos here because he won PBA Regional Players Invitational. Slid underneath that 10 pin and
Sweep the leg, Rob.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg.
wax on, wax off.
And guess what? This match is over with decent count. First ball in the 10th for Granados.
Well, he does not look phased at all by
No, he
this,
doesn't.
Right?
No, he doesn't.
No sweat, no shine, no heavy breathing, no panting, no problems. Oh, no problems. Carlos, vamos. Jason Sterner. Watch out, my friend. Somebody's coming for your crown.
This guy's got some serious hand. Look at him get it back from that spot.
4 straight strikes there. Remember, had the opening 5.
Good stuff.
Hey, gets a strike here. We might have another alert here, my friend. Doesn't need it, but he'll take it. Let's do it again, baby.
Talk to me, Goose.
Re-rack it. We've got ourselves a PAP 6-pack alert. If Granados strikes here, he's going to win $1,500. Sponsored by our great friends at PAP's Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Second 6-pack alert served up from Granados. He's going to make a little ball change here. Did he go back to the original?
Yeah,
He was
looks like
mulling it.
Looks like the same ball he was using.
She just said 6-pack with the Red Bull, man. Hey, nice call. Thank you.
$1,500 coming your way, Carlos. Courtesy of Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Again, please drink responsibly.
All right, so I want you to be Carlos for a second.
Thank you.
Okay. So Carlos, you're going to bowl your first time on television, and you're going to bowl Norm Duke.
It's an honor to be on television for the first time, and it's a double honor to go against Norm. I'm grateful that I'm here, and I'm just going to try and have fun.
And you
That was him yesterday.
And you shoot 279 and advance to take on the King.
With ease. Advance with ease over a living legend.
Yeah.
I mean, Norm put up a pretty good number today, by the way. Had that one
230s.
open frame in the 7th, which really stung him. But outside of that, everything has been strikes except for that 9 spare in the 5th.
It's always a long frame when you're just trying to get out of here, you know.
Listen, I know I have no say in this matter. I've got no vote. Don't leave us, Norm. Don't leave us.
Thank y'all.
You make this a better
Thank
place.
you for everything you did for the sport. You're one of my idols, so thank you.
Thank you for that, man. Thank you, brother. That's fun.
Thank you.
Oh, great
luck,
words.
Ross.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful moment.
Classy on both parts.
Yeah,
Carlos
well done,
and Norm.
Carlos. Oh, the King is up. Nope, the King is down. The King is down. But the King is going to be up in a second. Jason Sterner knows who he needs to fend off to keep that crown on his head. It is Carlos. Granados will break it down next. Rob, Randy, Kimberly back here with you. Remind you, the PBA King of the Lanes continues tomorrow night here on FS1, 9 Eastern again. Your contenders, a couple guys who have some recent history with one another. Kyle Troop and Tommy Jones, they face off to mate and take on our reigning king. Jason Sterner is our reigning king, but Boy, watch out for Carlos Granados. What an efficient performance he had in dropping Norm Duke. We had 2 6-pack alerts. He was able to crack one open. And a quick, efficient win for Carlos. Those two standing by with Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. So, Norm, not the way that you wanted your night to end, but you didn't bowl bad. What happened out there?
Well, I threw 2 really crummy shots, no doubt about it. I got away with murder on one of them. But look, when a man's going to shoot 270 at you, you can't make any errors. It's just the way it is. It's like a guy getting an eagle, in golf. You can't par it and win. So my par loses today. Carlos, good luck to you, man. Take a run at it.
He bowled so well, but at the end of your match, he said to you that you have been his idol. What's it like bowling against someone who says that to you?
You know, more often than I would have known, the kids. I think I've never met them. They said, no, when I'm 5 years old, we met. And they say that I made an impact on their career, and I'll tell you what, for me, that's the star of my career right there.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for your time. It was great having you here. Now, Carlos, did you ever think that you were going to be on national television under the bright lights, going up against your idol and shooting a 279?
No, this is a dream come true. Even going against him in his last season, it's just an honor to be here, and I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts.
You had all strikes but one. You think he can do that again up against the reigning king of the lanes?
I mean, I hope so. He's going to strike a lot, so I want to keep up with him.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, 11 strikes from the Granados. There's a proud mom in attendance, Maria. And what impressed you about his game so far tonight?
His physical game is beautiful. I mean, his upper body is very stationary. There's not a lot of moving parts. And then when he gets to the bottom of the swing, he really explodes at the release point. A lot of power. I mean, he looks like he's got all the tools necessary to win out here.
Let's be honest. This is an
first
athlete.
full year.
Yeah, we do not know much about him.
No.
And we sat down with him last night, and the sheet is filled with Carlos facts. Tell me more about yourself. Where are you from? How did you get here? What's going on?
You can always tell when the more time we spend in interviews, it's with players we don't know.
Right.
And we spent a lot of time with him.
Norm, good to see you. You're out. Carlos, don't get too comfortable, though. You and Carlos, because the king is standing up next. Jason Sterner, the reigning king of the lanes. Will he be dethroned by the relative unknown? Find out with us next. Signs in attendance tonight, by the way.
Some great signs, but when are you going to install clutch in your house for your bowling lanes?
Yeah, I got to get them down there.
You have to.
Yeah, I got 6 lanes in my basement. Each kid has their own lane. Every family member has their own lane.
Yeah, you have to get clutch, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe strike track?
That'd be nice. That would be nice. And we've got the oil machines. All right, Carlos Granados. Born in Venezuela, now lives just outside Orlando. I feel like I've seen that before.
Carlos lives about 20 minutes from me.
Oh, this kid is good, putting on a great show, but time now to meet the king.
He owns 3 PBA Tour titles. The reigning king of bowling, His Highness, Jason Sterner.
His Highness, yes. Well done, Mike J.
How many telecasts did you say he's made over the last 2 years?
Top 5 finishes 3 times each of the last 2 years.
Yeah, and 3 of those were majors.
Right.
And what a heartbreaking loss this season at the World Championship. Remember when he went to a roll-off with Prather?
As the 4 seed, finished in 2nd. Lost the title match, 237, but it was a 10-6 roll-off to Prather.
Heartbreaking.
Poke a little. Got it. And the king, he's got a new gig. Not many kings out there multitask.
Can I get a re-rack, please?
No, they just usually
I'm a king. I'm a king.
They
this
reign
is my
the kingdom, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, this king, Jason Sterner, has decided to pass on some of his royalty, some of his upper echelon level knowledge to those that are younger than him. His fiancee, Heather, new head coach at Hobart and Williams Smith, starting a brand new bowling program there in the Finger Lakes region of New York. And Jason is going to be an assistant coach up there in Geneva, New York. Going to kind of help out September, December, and then back out to the tour for you.
Go.
Strike for the king, and every weekday morning, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern, only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Stand by for a Dak Prescott conversation coming up on Undisputed.
I also heard they like to talk about LeBron.
The king. Speaking of the king.
Well, I'm trying to make it all.
Yeah, you're good. Carlos, trying to be the king. He's getting a lot of votes. Although I guess the king, you don't really vote on the king, do you? You're born into that royalty.
Or you fight your way there.
Yeah, that too.
You know, I think the one thing that really impressed me about Carlos, opening match against Duke, not one bead of sweat on his forehead.
Drop the opening 5 strikes?
Yeah, but I mean, typically first-timers,
lights,
lights,
the nerves.
heat, nerves, sure.
Didn't impact him at all.
No, we didn't get the trip for it. But I mean, typically we see players getting out there for the first time, and they're sweating like Shaq at the free throw line, right?
Yep.
Not this kid.
Not just 24 years old. Second year on the tour, but first full-time. His dad used to bowl, and he's the one who got him into it. But you know, Carlos has got some pretty good Venezuelan talent to reach for.
He's competed with some of the greatest players from South America, and one of them being Amleto Monicelli, the other Ildemaro Ruiz. You try saying Ildemaro Ruiz.
Ildemaro Ruiz.
3 times real fast.
Ildemaro Ruiz. Wow. Remember, I do a lot of soccer.
That's true.
Sterner in the third. 3 straight strikes to open up.
You must bring more to take my kingdom.
Let's be honest, we figured this was going to be Norm Duke trying to get that crown around his head, but Granados, a worthy adversary for sure.
Yep. Sterner's arsenal, defender on the right lane, Quantum Evo Pearl on the left. Evo, not evil. Evo. Evo, yeah.
Who's going to be sitting in that throne tonight?
Let's go. You know what comes with having success on the PBA Tour, Rob? Confidence. You know what Jason Sterner has more than ever?
Well, he's got a ham bone.
He's got a ham bone, but he also has a lot of confidence right now.
3 tour titles. 12 regional titles. Messenger!
Like a steamroller going through a snowman. Watch this.
Kneecapped him.
That is straight up torn ACL on the 10-pin.
Oh, guess what time it is?
Talk to me.
PBR beer frame time.
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, who loves a beer frame more than we do?
I'd like to meet him. Well, that's how you treat a beer frame. Dropping all 10.
"24 years old. What an impressive outing thus far by Carlos Granados from Venezuela, taking on the King. King perfect through 4.
Sterner up now. The reigning king of the lanes. By the way, how about the Queen's performance last night?
Incredible.
Sterner, make it 5, and Randy, we've got ourselves a Pabst 6-pack alert. Put it up there on the left side of the screen. Jason Sterner strikes here. He's going to win $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Our third six-pack alert of the evening.
So-
This is how I like to spend my nights.
So let me ask you a question. Last frame we had a beer frame, right?
Well,
We had a Pabst beer frame in the fifth, right? And now we have a six-pack alert.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
It is all starting to fit together.
Thank you, Pabst Blue Ribbon. We love you so much.
Get it?
Six-pack! Where's my beer at? Where's it at? It's over here. We got the cooler over here, Jason. Oh, we're going to break after cracking open a six-pack? It's going to be a fun commercial break, I'll tell you that. Sterner, Granados, roll it to its conclusion next. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler welcoming you back to our continuing coverage here on FS1 of the 2022 King of the Lanes. Jason Sterner trying to hold on to his crown, but he is being pushed big time by this young man, Carlos Granados. Second year as a pro, 24 years old, originally from Venezuela, now in Orlando. Oh, and left the 10.
Well, look at these numbers here from Strike Track powered by Kia. Plenty of power and ball speed, and a really nice shot there, as that was only 0.2 of an inch from being perfect from his last strike on that right lane, Rob.
0.2 of an inch.
0.2 of an inch.
It's amazing the precision in this sport. Sometimes that's constantly needed. Cleans that one up.
Really impressed with this young man, though. He's real solid. What a beautiful game.
4 strikes and a couple 9 spares. We begin the 7th against Sterner, the king, still on his throne. The 6-pack to open things up here in this king match. Could have been worse.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little more meat on that shot there. A little more hand. Plus that left lane hooks more. He's playing that left lane about 3 boards farther to the left. And now it's all Jason Sterner.
Kicks the 6-pin into the pit, and that'll be your spare of the game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. Back-to-back 9 spares now for Granados. And that window opening just grew for the king, Jason Sterner.
Yeah, nothing stupid, and he's going to retain the crown. Oh boy, hook a lot.
Way right! And gets 9. Could have been a gutter ball.
Well, that was a good 4 inches right of target.
Wow.
And again, you called it, Rob. That's no man's land out there. That's like black ice. Now slick black ice.
All right, we got it. So he was working on perfection. $10,000 bonus would have been sent to his bank account if he could have gotten a 300, but no 300. But King just wants to keep that crown on his head.
All right, slow it down.
Check out your max scores right here, Rob.
Still in good position, certainly.
Yep.
Up 32 as we begin the 8th.
All right, better. Shut.
So Granados is using the same ball on both lanes, but he's farther left on the left lane. Sterner's using 2 different balls and playing both lanes the same. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he goes a little weaker ball on the left lane to combat it being drier. Look out.
Missed it.
Come on now.
Jason.
Remember, it was perfect through 6. Got a lucky break in the 7th, frankly. And then an open frame in the 8th. And just when he was set to close things down on Granados, there's been an uprising. strike of the game for Carlos. Well.
Can I just tell you something?
Please.
Between friends? If Carlos strikes here in the 9th frame, he's going to give Sterner something to think about that Sterner hasn't felt the entire match.
The need to mark.
Maybe just a little bit of pressure.
Billy Joel. And another double for Granados.
Things just got real interesting.
Make sure to tune in to Race Hub weeknights here on FS1. Expert analysis, opinions from the best in NASCAR as they break down the hottest names inside the car. And out on the track, it is Race Hub. Weeknights, 6 p.m. Eastern on FS1 and on the Fox Sports app.
When do you, myself, and Kimberly get one of those?
Yeah, the cartoon thing?
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Now, Sterner needs to get himself organized here.
Whiffs the head pin last time on this lane, and then whiffs a 4-pin.
9 spare, then an open frame, and then back on the strike train.
Interesting. His shot pattern's starting to get a little wild here the last couple of shots. But 2 strikes in the 10th frame on the left lane, and he will shut out Carlos Granados.
The King still controls his fate.
If he doesn't strike on this ball, he can lose. That looks good.
Can I get another re-rack, please?
So Sterner out of re-racks right now. Knows, though, a strike.
Take your time.
And the crown remains on his head.
Come on, man.
That is your satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. Massive strike there in the 10th. Needs just one pin.
We got to keep it on the lane.
I would make anyone in my kingdom pay for having any doubt in their king.
Needed one. He'll take 10. Sterner of 257, and he remains king of this castle.
Tell you what, though, you can't help but be impressed by Granados.
Agreed.
Woo! Way to rebound for Sterner, though, after 2 really iffy shots, 7th and 8th.
Can't be missing them spares.
And able to put things together and close out with 4 straight strikes. Granados, that'll be 3 straight for him as he plays out the string.
Bowl like a veteran. Right? Bowl like a veteran out here, boss. It's a good day.
Well, these are nice compliments that are being thrown
all true
Granados' way, and not just from Sterner, but earlier from the Hall of Famer Norm Duke as well. Really nice young man.
Yes, he is.
Love to see him continue this level of bowling, this level of success he's had out here today. That one got away, but this one is already done. There you go.
Thank you.
257, 234. Tremendous evening for Granados, but not enough to take the crown from the king.
I make some better decisions on that. But otherwise, so far so good.
All right, here is your Grapsed the Crown moment. See what they did there?
Yeah.
Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly as he grabs that crown, puts it on the noggin, and the king is with the queen.
Thanks, Rob. So, Jason, you were able to bounce back. You had that spare, and then you had an open frame. Walk us through those.
Coming out of commercial break, obviously adrenaline kicks in, and trying to slow down with some breathing and stuff, but just got ahead of me, and spare shot was more of the same, just kind of trying to get the frame done instead of just sticking to the pre-shot routine, doing what you need to do, make the spare. So just got to do a better job of that next game.
You were successful on keeping the crown tonight, but can we take a moment to talk about Carlos? This is the first time that he's ever been on TV. Took out Norm Duke, and he just kept the pressure on you. How impressed were you by him?
I was very, very impressed. I mean, to come out on your first show, take down the king, or the Duke, I should say, and then bowled a heck of a game against me. I mean, hats off to him. He bowled phenomenal, and bright future for that guy.
As did you, and we will see you again tomorrow night. Go ahead and take your throne.
I think it's okay to call Duke the king. Don't
Yeah,
you?
I'm all right with
Thanks,
that.
my people.
Thank you. Let me tell you, Sterner's like Homer Simpson on his couch, right? It's kind of wedged to his liking right now, the seat accommodations. He's been there for so long.
Homer Simpson?
You like that? I pulled that one out, huh? Granados took down the Duke, but could not take down the King. More PBA King of the Lanes coming your way tomorrow night here on FS1, 9 Eastern. The contenders, two pretty good ones, my friends. Kyle Troop.
Yes, sir.